Welcome back to CfTesla. My name is Cody, and today we're going to be talking about update 2020.44 because I just got it. Now, according to the Stats app, only 0.7 of people that register with the Stats app, use the Stats app, have got this update yet. So I would imagine that if you don't have it right now, it should be rolling out to you anytime now. But it's been out for a few days. By the way, if you're wondering what's going on in the background, we're going to get to that in just a minute. So what is new in update 2020.4.4? Well, we all are waiting and wanting the rewrite. We've seen it come out. They've already made great improvements in it. This is not it. This is not the rewrite I wanted it to be. It's not. But there is one update to this that does affect Autopilot, and I love anything that affects Autopilot, so we're going to get into that here shortly. But first, let's go through the other kind of more minor updates to this one, and we'll get to the other one for the Autopilot here in just a second. So if you subscribe to Spotify, you've got an update with this software update. And here's what the update is. Spotify has been updated to make it easier to find and play content from your library, which now also includes collaborative playlists and podcasts. With gapless playback, you can enjoy playlists without disruption in between tracks. A Spotify Home tab has been added to help you discover new content, which is customized based on your listening preferences. Spotify also syncs with other devices that are logged in, making it easier to control what is playing in the car from the Spotify mobile app. So it sounds like you have a lot more integration with the actual app and the actual car itself. So yoo-hoo for you who have Spotify. All right, so next up, Tesla has updated how you search for media. It says that the media search results are now rearranged for easier viewing. Results now also display based on the media source you are actively using, highlighting and making it more convenient to find what you're looking for. Search results when searched for specific items via voice also have been improved to show you more of what you are looking for. So nice little update on that. Oh, and I should mention, this video came from the Tasmania website. I jacked their photo because mine was terrible after looking at it from my car. And the last little update to do with all this audio media stuff before we get out in the car is the voice command language. You can now select a voice command language different than the touchscreen language via controls, display, voice recognition. All right, let's get on to that change they've made now to Autopilot and the speed limit. So it's called the Autopilot set speed. And before we get into the change, let's talk about the way that it has worked up to this point with the previous update. So when you pass the speed limit sign, it really didn't matter what speed you were going. Automatically, the car would go and adjust itself to the current speed limit. So let's say you're going down the road at 42 miles an hour and you pass the speed limit sign that says 45 miles an hour. It's automatically going to adjust you up to 45 miles an hour, and that's simply where you would stay. You then can choose to scroll up or scroll down or tap on your screen or whatever to adjust your speed up to maximum 5 over the speed limit. That's the only option we had. So what this update has added is something called current speed, which is where it won't automatically bump you up to the speed limit when you pass the speed limit sign. Okay, so that's pretty much the simple part of that. So if you're going 41 and you go into a 45 mile an hour speed limit, it's going to just keep you at 41 because that's what you were already going. Again, you still can't put it, say, oh, I'm going to set it for higher. I did try this. You can't set it for higher. It simply won't do it. Higher than 5 mile an hour over the speed limit. It's just simply saying it won't adjust its speed when you pass the speed limit sign. So the thing I like about this update that it states here is that you can actually adjust the speed limit to say, well, when I pass a 45 mile an hour sign, automatically put me at 50. Give me a 5 mile per hour adjustment up, or you could do it in a percentage as well. So the way I usually drive is I pass the speed limit sign, I flick my wheel to go a little bit more faster, or maybe up to like 5 over the speed limit, and then, but I have to do it manually. Well, you can say now do that automatically. You can go up or down. Okay, obviously it is capped at 5 over. So now let's go out there and see this in action. Okay, so this one's going to be current speed. So Current speed. Now what I want to know is if can I go actually faster than 35 miles an hour. And so what I'm going to do next is when I get to the next speed limit sign, that is, I'm going to try to set it for like 6 over the speed limit. We're going to see if it'll actually take it, assuming I give that opportunity. I know what I'll do is I'll turn up here to this old country road back here and we'll go give it a fair shot. So for example, this is current speed would just mean I'd put it here and it would stay at 35. Okay. I'm going to acknowledge to go through this light right here. But the speed limit right here is 45 miles an hour. So let's see if the speed limit changes. So it does change, but it doesn't change my actual speed. Okay, so what happens then if I want to go faster? Can I adjust higher? No, I'm still restricted on current speed. So same thing if I turn it off and I go right here. Let's just go right here. It's going to drop me down. It still won't lock it in at a higher speed. So I guess it just means it won't adjust upwards if it's set down. I don't really get what that big a difference is, though. Let me just recap real quick here. At the time I was driving, I hadn't quite grasped what was actually going on with the changes here. I was thinking that maybe there was some difference on the upside to, can I go higher? Does it like freeing me up to what I can do with autopilot in terms of speed? But really all that was going on here was that it just is simply not going to raise me to the speed limit if it's set on set speed. Very simple. So if I go to speed limit then, now it gives us the ability then to change from fixed to percentage miles per hour. So speed limit, and let's say I want to go plus 2 miles per hour. So next time I see a speed limit sign, it should put me at the speed limit plus 2 miles per hour. Or does it do it anytime? Let's just see. Okay, so okay, you can see right here it's already preset. You can see it right there, 47 from 45. And so same thing, I adjust it up here again, you can see it change in there to automatically set it. That's actually really cool. It saves you from having to actually spin it like that. Just like that, I'm set at 5 over the speed limit. Where current speed is just going to set me at the current speed. That's what we're pretty much used to before. We just can now adjust it. Now that basically wraps up all the stuff from this software update, but you guys saw that video in the beginning. It was kind of playing in the background there. What actually happened was I had just finished recording. I went and turned around. I still had my video camera rolling in the car, and I came back and I saw a great reminder of why I always put my car into autopilot and why these little adjustments that Tesla's coming out with to help with speed and all that really matter in terms of safety for you and your family. Because what happened was someone was coming towards, or right behind me. He actually was a car right behind me, but quite a ways back. He came flying around that corner that we drove around, lost controls going way too fast, spun out, went way into that fence. You can see here that his car is stuck way there in the fence. Now, he's totally fine. You know, a lot of people are around. He was standing there beside his car on the phone. So that's good. He was fine. You know, and lots of people pulled over, whatever. But the fact is that when you're riding on autopilot, you're not setting yourself up for going too fast for the road. You lose track of your speed. You go faster than the recommended speed limit. You hit a bad patch. It just keeps you safe. I always drive on autopilot everywhere I go, assuming I'm not like in the city, you know, making turns at lights, that kind of stuff yet. I don't have that one yet. But it just was a great reminder of how great autopilot is. And you know what, guys? Use it if you've got it. That was just simple auto steer. That wasn't full self drive that I've been using today. So use it, keeps you safe. That's it for this one. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to keep up with all the videos coming up on this channel. I'm always trying to do new things, creative things, a little bit different than you might see other places. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.